Hello everyone, welcome to the next episode of the Voron series. Today we will start working on the upgrade to 2.4 for the gantry. We already did the upgrade for the Z drives and also I did the electronics chamber mode as well. Now it's time for the gantry. I was planning on doing it a little bit later after my afterburner Galileo group buy parts arrived, but it's not even shipped yet, and well, I'm starting to also have some problems. I can maybe show you in the back. Here you can see the upper belt is slipping out of the bearing and it's getting stuck, and that is causing me a lot of reliability issues. Now I did try tightening the belt and doing a few other things as well, but looks like I have to replace that belt. The belt is too bad, it's in too bad of a condition right now, so yeah, might as well do the upgrade now, which also means I will be doing the upgrade to the afterburner clockwork extruder first, the stock Voron V2.4 extruder, but I will switch to the Galileo as soon as I can. Yeah, hope you're excited, so let's get to it. And this is exactly why I need to replace the belts on the gantry. As you can see, this thing is in terrible condition. I'm now done with one of the Z drives. As you can see, I replaced it with the metal attitude pouch ones, the ones that were actually designed for 2.2, because guess what, I ordered these way back in the day, before 2.4 was announced. And yeah, I ordered these for 2.2, they announced 2.4, and that's why this is the type without the flange. But yeah, it will get the job done still, it's still compatible. And only reason I'm actually replacing these is because I now have these. So yeah, not that these failed, these are working just fine. Also, while doing this upgrade, I'm replacing the 188 tooth belts that we're using for the gear system with gates ones. These are the Asian gates, again sold by Pouch, and I'm replacing the stock black. Again, this was from Pouch as well, the one in the Voron bomb. But yeah, these are cheaper, and well, theoretically, since this is gates, it will be better. Again, only in theory, we'll see in practice. But I can say just from the feel that the gates ones are heavier, whatever that means. So yeah, I'll do the rest of the upgrades for the Z drives as well, and then move on to something else. Okay, now I've made some progress. I think it's now time to talk about the mods that I'm doing while also doing the 2.4 gantry upgrade. And that is this A and B board, for example, here, which is just a board that I designed for connecting the stepper motors. And I do have a similar board here. I can see what I'm recording right now, so hopefully I am actually showing you the board, and that is for connecting the X and Y and stops here. And I also have one for the gantry as well. Not sure where I placed it, but yeah, anyway, I'll show you on one of the blanks, same anyway. And this one, on top of having all of the connections for the parts you have on the gantry, like the extruder motor, the hot end heater, the thermistor, etc. It also has a mount for a NeoPixel stick, and by that what I mean is basically a stick PCB full of 8 NeoPixel LEDs. The idea with this is to have a progress bar that is visible on the gantry, so I know how far the print has progressed without looking at a screen. At least that's the idea. But if I can't get that working, which I think I will, but yeah, just in case, then at least this will function as just as a status LED, something like that. And it also runs to this 17W2 connector instead of the DB9s that you saw on the other boards. And well, if you're wondering what those are, it's this bigger looking version of the DB9s here. It is the same form factor as the DB25. Again, if you're familiar with computers, especially old computers, you may know what those are. But yeah, this is slightly different. It has two thick power connectors, which I'm using for the hot end heater, and 17 other connectors for other stuff basically. And yeah, as you can see here, they will all run to this board. Again, this is a custom design, and from this board it will run to the SKRs, the Raspberry Pi, or power supplies, whatever else is relevant, depends on what we're connecting. So yeah, that's one of the bigger mods that I'm doing. Also, you may be wondering the situation of these gas struts, since you know, there are some temperature concerns with this mod. Well, as you can see, this is still working just fine, no problems whatsoever, and I haven't encountered any other print issues in the long term either. So yeah, I definitely recommend this mod. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just click the video in the description, and yeah, you will see the details. But yeah, this is the biggest mod I've made for the printer so far, and as I said in that video, and I still am very happy with it. What else? Yeah, moving back to the hot end. Here, as you can see, I swapped back to the Dragon now that my heat break arrived, and well, as you can see, this is the high flow version. Not sure if it is a good idea to switch to the high flow version or not, but yeah, we will see. And the worst case scenario, I'm out of 25 bucks. But yeah, the reason I switched to that is with the Galileo and the 0.9 degree stepping angle motors, I should be able to print really fast. And to keep up with it, I thought the high flow version was a good idea. But yeah, again, we will see. As you can see, I also switched from the umbilical cord setup to direct chains on the X and Y. I will switch to that on Z as well, but the direct chain that I have, that I received from AliExpress, sorry, I don't know where I put it. I work a little messy, as you can see. Here it is. This direct chain has this 3-point mounting system, and well, the mounts on the Voron aren't designed for that. They're designed for 2-point systems like this. Basically the same as the Icus the direct chains. And yeah, that's why I can't use this for now, but I may even be able to just 3D print the end caps, we'll see. But yeah, for now the Z will be just free floating. Also, in the screwdriver shelf video, you may have noticed that I couldn't record a time lapse, and well, it looks like this webcam is dead. Not only I tried to plug, unplug, etc. the basic troubleshooting steps with the Raspberry Pi, I also removed it and plugged into this laptop, and well, I'm still not getting any signal. I will try one more thing, and that is just disassemble this thing and replace the cable, just in case the cable is what's damaged, which is possible. It's not in the world's greatest condition, thanks to my cat, but yeah, what my cat did so far, it was still working when I moved this into the workshop, and my cat doesn't enter the workshop, so yeah, I don't think that's the cause, but yeah, it's something that I can try at least before throwing this away. I also now have this Subtle Designs magnet for the magnetic heatbed system. Now, I ordered it because I thought the magnet was going bad. It turns out I had a filament remainder stuck down there and I didn't notice. And yeah, I make this kind of stupid mistakes all the time, if you've probably already noticed. But yeah, the energetic magnet is still holding the plate in place, so I'm not going to replace it. I just showing that so you know I have a backup. But what I do need to replace is this PEI sheet. As you can see, it's in terrible condition, and well, that was caused back when I was first doing this mod and didn't realize that after first doing the mod I had to recalibrate the nozzle height, and well, I didn't, and the prints were really jammed down there, and since the PEI sheet on this energetic printing surface is just too thin with a terrible adhesive, it just peeled off. So yeah, I will need to replace the smooth side of the PEI spring steel, but the rough side is working just fine. It's just not great for some ABS materials that I've tried so far. It works fine for eSun ABS Plus, which is mostly what I care, but I tried Race 3D's ABS, I think it was Premium ABS, that's what they called it, and I had some additional issues with that, and that's why I actually switched to this side. But yeah, I just need to replace this sheet. Other than that, there is nothing wrong with it. Also, a small mod that I did for the energetic spring steel plate is this, having this bracket mounted in the back, so it just makes aligning the bed a lot easier, and it also prevents you from overlapping the Z limit switch, which I've done many more times than I'd like to admit, and well, the result isn't great. So yeah, it's actually a good idea. I don't know who posted this first, but it's just an idea I saw on the Discord. I also have these redesigned front skirts. I don't think this mod will be happening in this episode, but yeah, it is something coming. And well, the modification to this is, as you can see, instead of the hexagons here, I have circular holes, and those are for 16mm. I think internet called it vandal switches or something like that. The metal buttons that you push with the LED, basically. And those are for those. I will program functions for each of them. One of them will definitely be an emergency stop button. The rest of them will have different functions. I don't know what at this moment. I think pause and resume, etc., filament change, stuff like that. I already figured out what I want them to be, but I just don't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, that is one of the mods that's coming as well. The LDO high temperature 0.9 degree stepping angle motors have finally arrived. They are here. As you can see, I ordered the pancake version, which I think is enough. Again, we will see. The advantages with these motors are the fact that these can resist higher temperatures, obviously, and also the 0.9 degree stepping angle, which should give me more resolution. And also there is something I saw which said there is a theoretical advantage with the torques of these as well. I don't think I will actually take advantage of the high temperature abilities of these, because I don't print in anything more exotic than ABS, at least not now. But yeah, anyway, they still should be good motors, so we can finally install these, run the belts, and then move on to wiring. All of the belts are now routed and tightened. As I said a minute ago, I switched to the LDO motors, and now, along with these two, I now also have the gantry board installed as well. Now I do have a problem, and that is the seller shipped the wrong gender for this connector. That's why it isn't soldered, by the way. I can probably just, there we go. That's why I didn't solder it yet. It's the wrong gender. As you can see, the PCB connector and the connector on the cable are the same gender, so yeah, I'm just waiting for the replacement. Who knows when it will arrive, but the seller has been pretty quick when it comes to shipping these items, so I don't expect it to take that long. And well, other than that, I haven't done anything else, so I'll come back to you with more. I just want to show you a quick trick when it comes to stripping wires insulated with this type of braided material. You see this type of stuff on hot end heater wires and thermistor wires. These are designed to resist high temperatures and not catch on fire. But the problem is these are pretty hard to strip, so it's not really that easy to crimp new wires onto these. So yeah, I have a easy system for just stripping the wire. But before doing that, I want to show you what happens when you just try regular wire strippers on these. This is an automatic one, but you know, it is pretty much the same with the manual type as well. As you can see, normally this would strip in one go, but no matter how many tries I do, it just doesn't strip properly. So what the trick is I'm just going to grab a lighter and just light it up, burn a little bit of the gray that's leaving, and this is enough. This thing isn't going to catch on fire. It is designed to resist fires, so you don't have to worry too much about it, but you know, obviously be careful. And well, as you can see, after doing that, you can very easily grab the insulation and just cut it with your whatever you use, side cutters in my case, and there we go. You can solder onto this, or if you're going to crimp something, you obviously need it to strip a little shorter, but you can also cut it, I guess, like so. So yeah, this is just a quick system. Okay, this is another part where I talk about how big of an idiot I am. This just happens more than I'd like to admit, but whatever. The problem is I forgot to add a probe connector here, and the bigger problem is it is in the schematic. It was in the PCB design at some point. I don't know how I managed to get rid of it, but yeah, it's not here. So yeah, I will have to respin this board after redesigning it. But maybe I should look on the bright side. This gives me an opportunity to redesign some aspects of this board. I don't like how big this is, so yeah, it gives me an opportunity to redesign that. I will probably get rid of the NeoPixel stick here. I will still use it. It's probably not going to be mounted here anymore. It just makes the board larger, and by getting rid of it, I can probably fit this in a smaller mount, so I can mount it behind the motor, and that should save a lot of space. And yeah, that's the idea for redesigning this board. I will also have to redesign this, because again, on this as well, I don't have the probe. Yeah, I don't know how I managed to do this, but you know, it is what it is. This doesn't need any redesigning, so I'm not going to do anything with it. This, on the other hand, could benefit from a redesign. I'm not going to do it because, you know, it's another board to order, but ideally I should expand it by 5mm and distance these connectors a little bit, and move the screw hole as well, because I wanted to use KKs here. They don't fit, and JST XHs barely fit, and even with them in place, I can't fit an M5 screw here. That was the plan, and instead I have to use an N3. So I don't even know why I did this 5mm shorter. I know I did before ordering, but I don't remember the reasoning. I guess I thought it fitted everything, so might as well, but you know, I should have made it wider. I should have seen this coming as well. Oh well, I made a few new mistakes. This is the first time I've actually designed and ordered PCBs, so yeah, I guess I should make some new mistakes, and yeah, this is the case. Now I'm not going to reorder them right away and, you know, just delay the project. It's not really worth it, because I do have a solution, and that is, hopefully the noise wasn't too bad. As you can hopefully see, this is the probe cable. I just used an adapter because, well, I might as well thought I should do the crimps on it. So as you can see, they are running to 3 different connectors. These 2 were miscellaneous GPIO expansions. I thought about that far, but I didn't think about the probe. So yeah, anyway, and this was meant to be a filament sensor. So the thing is, all 3 of these run to the DIN board on their own line. They don't connect with anything else since they're meant to be GPIO pins. So yeah, I'm just going to grab them from the DIN board. Again, if I show you the DIN board, you can see I have 5 GPIO pins here. Those are 3, other 2 run to different places. So yeah, I'm just going to grab the 3 pins from here and just, you know, use those. And I will eventually get to redesigning the board and doing it again. I have some other priorities right now when it comes to spending money. So yeah, it's coming in a later video though, don't worry about it. And for now, even though this solution isn't ideal, it should work. So as soon as I receive the 17W2 connector, which it is in the local post office, so it shouldn't take that long, I should be able to run this printer and do a test print, which will probably be it for this episode, but yeah, at least we can get this thing running. Actually, I think this is going to be it for this video. I recorded the last bit on Wednesday, today is Friday morning and it hasn't arrived yet, so there is no way I can actually finish this in time. Normally I would have just held on to the footage and released whenever it is done, but you know, I haven't released a video in 2 weeks and I haven't released a Voron video in I think 2 months. You know, this series was normally meant to be a bi-weekly series, so yeah, I think I should release something. So again, sorry for, you know, not doing much in this episode. Well, actually I did a lot, but not finishing anything in this episode. But yeah, hopefully in the next episode we will do a bunch of stuff all in one episode. So I guess stay tuned for that. Again, sorry about this. I also have other side projects, but without a working 3D printer I can't release those videos either. So yeah, this has to be the video for the week. So yeah, that's it for this video, and I hope you still enjoyed it. If you did, please leave me a like down below, and thanks for watching.